Hello students, in previous example we have seen how we can use list box control and checkbox control inside our web page. So here is our output. When we click on particular subject checkbox, then that particular subject will be added in this list box, added here. If I uncheck that particular subject, then item removed from this list box. So this functionality we already done in previous video. Now we see one more video or one more example of list box, how we can add items and remove items from list box. So one more example we see in this example. So we go towards the coding window and I'm adding one more control here, list box. So here is I'm taking one list box control, then I'm taking one button, I'm using some space here, then one more button I'm adding here, then one more list box I want in front of this. So now what I want here I'm adding some items inside this first list box. So I'm going towards the edit items and add some whatever you want to add. I'm adding some courses here, text and value property. You need to give only text value, automatically it text. If you want some other property, then you need to forcefully mention, otherwise by default value is taken as text property. Then MC, BC, MBA, BBA, then MCOM. I'm adding some courses here, DIT, then DBM, then MSc and PGDC. So these are my some courses. So this course list is ready here. Now what is the functionality I want here? End user may select multiple items from this list and he or she can add those selected items to this another list. So here I am using the text property as add subject name, add courses to list, and one more button I am giving I am taking here I am giving the property, text property as remove items from list and add courses to list. Means user select these courses, and if he or she click on this button, then selected courses will be added into this list box. If he or she want to remove some items from this list box, then he or she select first those items and then click on this remove item from list. So we need to add the code for this button and for this button. Inside this button, what is the logic? I'm selecting multiple courses from this list. So I need to check from first course to last course whether it is selected or not. So we need to take one for loop, right? For loop. From for loop, by using for loop we can access all the individual courses or all the individual items. From first item to last item we can traverse these list items by using one loop which is maybe for loop. We can use for loop to traverse all the items from this list. From 0th index to last index, we traverse all the items one by one, and by traversing or by accessing one by one elements, we check whether that particular accessed element or item is checked or not. If that particular item is checked by the user, means selected by the user, then that item we need to add inside this list box. So now we know how we can add item to the list. By using the add method, we can add one particular element or item inside the list. So this logic we need to use inside this button click event, right? We need to traverse first all the list, and by accessing one by one elements, we check that particular accessed element is checked or not. If checked, then we add this text property of that particular item to this list. Otherwise, we go to the next iteration, right? If that particular item, means course, is unselected, then we do nothing and go towards the next item. If it is checked, then only we need to add that particular item's text value, text property inside this list box. So this is the logic behind this button. And what is the logic behind this remove items button? The items will be added into this list box already, and then user select multiple items from this list box, and those items we need to remove from this same list box. So what is the logic behind this? Again we traverse this list box from first item to last item, and then if that particular item is selected, then we need to remove it from this list box, right? So inside this button we need to remove item, and inside this button the logic is we need to add that particular item. So in this video we see the logic behind this button, and in next video we see the logic behind this button. So now I need to give ID for this list item, LST all courses, because there are multiple courses, or all courses are inside this list, and inside this list we need to add some selected courses. Then for this button I am giving the ID as btn add courses, add courses, and this is I am setting the ID as btn remove. Some meaningful ID we need to set. Then to select multiple items, we need to set one more property here, selection mode. By default it is single, means user can select at a time only one single item, but now we want to select multiple items at the same time, so we change this property from single to multiple. Again here we need to change multiple, selection mode as multiple. Then we may write the code, but before going towards the code we may run. What happens? See here, this is the browser window. If I select some multiple items, how we can select multiple items? By pressing the control key we may select multiple items. If I click on this add courses to list, nothing happen here, because we are not writing code behind this button click event. So we need to write first, and then we move again towards this output window. Now by double clicking on that particular button we move towards this code window. Button add courses underscore click. Now we need to traverse all the list, so I am taking here one for loop which is going from 0 to I is less than. Now how many elements are there inside list box? We can take as list all courses dot items dot count. Means if there are 15 items, then our count will be 15. If there are 10 items inside this list, then our count is 10. So we move from 0 to number of items present inside list. So what is the property? Items dot count. You may use count property to count number of items present inside list box. So I am using here count property. Now this for loop executes how many times? Count number of times. If count value is 10, then 10 times this for loop will be executed. Then if count is 15, then 15 times this for loop will be executed. Now I need to check particular item from this list box. List all courses dot items of ith index item I need to check. Means first time i's value is 0. So we need to check this 0th index element. Then i's value will be 1. So we check second item. Then 2. Then we check third value. In this way, up to last item, we check one by one all the items. If this item is selected, okay, selected property is there. If this ith item is selected, then we need to that selected item we need to add inside this list box. So how we can do this? Add. In which list we need to add? List courses dot items dot add property is there. Add method is available here. Then we need to add this items text property. Alright, this ith item dot text we need to add inside this list box. Text means this MCA, BCA, this is the text of that particular item. So we need to add that text property. So this is the logic only, and this is done. We need to check if that item is selected, only after that item will be added, otherwise item will not be added inside this list courses. So we save all our work and then run and check the output. If I am selecting some 2-3 elements and if I add, then those items will be added. Okay, now if one more time if I add, then duplication is we see here. So to avoid a duplication, we know what we need to do here to avoid duplication. While we add some items, we need to clear that particular list. First we clear the list and then add. So clear method we have already used. So we need to clear all list first and then fresh list we need to add. So that problem will not be there. See, if I select these courses and if I again click on this, then there is no any duplication. So in this way we may use list box control in our, as per our requirement we may use it. So how inside this example what we see, how we can traverse the list elements or list items one by one and process on it. Here we are processing one by one element as we check that particular item is selected or not. If that item is selected, then do whatever you want as per your functionality, as per your project requirement. You may do the functionality. Here our functionality is if that particular item is selected, then here what we are doing here, that item is added inside this list box. If your functionality is different than this, then you may do